Hello and welcome back. I'm Jennifer Mata-McMahon. Welcome to another life chat video. I'm going to update you on things that have been happening lately and hopefully get back into the groove of filming. Excuse my hair. It's a little cray-cray right now because I had it up in a bun and it was wet. It's kind of still damp and it looks a little crazy, but we're gonna roll with it. So let's get into it. Okay, so life chat update. Oh my gosh, a lot has gone on because it's been a while since I filmed. It's been a while since I did one of these videos. The major thing that has happened is that I moved. Yahoo kitty! So yeah, that happened. We moved on the 23rd of May and Mike was here for Memorial Day weekend, which was that weekend, and he brought a move from Chicago. So I hired some guys to come to the townhome where I used to live and do the heavy lifting. My parents were here, so my parents arrived at I'm looking at my hair and seeing that I look like a crazy person, so don't mind my hair. Although let's see if I can not mind my hair because I see myself in the viewfinder and it's like driving me nuts. Anyway, my parents got here the 9th of May and they were here throughout all that time. Because I had closed on the house already and had the keys, they stayed in the house for some time. The first week they stayed with me in the townhome because my mom was ill, she wasn't feeling well. Eventually they moved to the house. The house was empty. So the only thing that they had here were their inflatable beds and some food and some things that I had brought to set up the kitchen and towels and things to set up the bathroom. So everything was functioning, but there was no furniture here. So they were here and they would spend the day at the townhome and then just come here to sleep at night. And they were here when I received packages and things that I was buying online, furniture, rugs. There's a lot of things that I purchased new for the house because I either didn't want to use it was time to sort of change a bit the furniture that I had, or this is a bigger space than I had in the townhome, definitely, but also a bigger space than we had in Chicago. So we went from 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms in Chicago I went to 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms in the townhome, to then 5 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms here in the house. So there were things, and there's still things that I need to buy for this place, but you know, poco a poco, como dicen mi pueblo. Not all at the same time is going to happen, right? So yeah, my parents were here, they helped me out, they helped me pack, and so we packed everything in boxes, and when the movers came, everything was just ready to be, you know, put into the truck that they had and then brought to the house and then unloaded here in the house. And then by the time that they were done with that, Michael arrived. He had left the day before with Max from Chicago and drove here and met us at the house around noonish of the 23rd, that Thursday the 23rd when we moved. And then the movers, the guys that I had hired, helped unload Mike's truck as well. And then after they left around, I don't know, 2, 3 in the afternoon or something like that, not even, I think 1 or 2, it was unpacking time, and we spent the entire weekend unpacking and trying to get rid of boxes and boxes and boxes and paper and boxes and unpacking things and sorting things out. First, you know, sorting what went in each room, and then figuring out, you know, things that needed tweaking or changing or upgrading or updating or fixing of some sort. And so there was a lot of trips to the Home Depot, a lot of trips to Walmart, and a lot of things that just needed to be purchased. I really stressed and thought about things to buy beforehand because I wanted us to move and have everything here. But of course, you know, I did that the best I could, and there were a lot of things that were already here. But there were others that, you know, came after, or that came but weren't the right fit, or I didn't like them and they had to go back, and there were some things that came and had to be built. So it takes time. So, but quickly after that, about a week after that, everything was sort of set where I wanted it to go, initially at least. And the last thing that we put together was my study, the books and everything. So the bedroom was done, the kitchen was done really quickly, the bedrooms were done really quickly so that we could, you know, have a place to sleep and a place to eat. And then the bathrooms as well. And then the other things, you know, like the living room and the TV room and my study and all that sort of came later. So, but right now everything is out of boxes. There's nothing, the things that are still in boxes are in the storage area, and they're gonna stay in boxes. It's because we don't need them right now, which are, you know, the Christmas stuff, the stuff that is sort of mementos that are just in boxes that are gonna stay there. And everything else that is usable and in use is out. We are in the phase of hanging things, and this weekend Mike he came back this weekend on Thursday. He just left today. I'm filming this on a Sunday, so he was here from Thursday to Sunday, and he helped me hang a lot. My dad actually had helped me hang a lot of things as well before we went to New York, because a couple weeks ago we went to New York. My parents and I and Maxie, we drove up to New York, and we were there for a few days because it was Sophie's graduation from middle school. And we went there and my parents stayed, and I drove back with Max and was here alone for the first time in the house for about a week and a half until Mike came on Thursday and was here with me on the weekend, and now he left and I'm alone again. It feels weird to be alone because ever since I had lived in this house, which is not a lot, but you know, it's what, I think it's almost a month that I've been here, that I've moved. But ever since I moved in, my parents were here, so I was never alone in the house. First I was here with my parents. The day I moved, Mike came with Max, so it was all of us here. Mike, Max, my parents, myself, everybody was here. So it felt like there was a lot of people, a lot of noise, a lot of, you know, ins and outs and talking and noise. And after that, Mike left, and just my parents, Max and I, stayed. And then after we went to New York and they stayed in New York, it was just Max and me here, and it was, that time felt a little weird. And now that Mike was here, it felt really nice. I really liked having Mike here. I think we're gonna be really happy here when Mike moves here, definitely. Permanently, I just realized definitely is how you would say it in Spanish. Definitivamente, de manera definitiva, that would be how you say it in Spanish. But permanently is what I meant. When Mike moves here permanently, I think we are definitely gonna be very happy here. It's nice. I love it here. I love the house. I love the neighborhood. I love the neighbors are really nice. I think Maxie is over the moon happy here. He loves the backyard. He loves all the new smells. The neighbors have a little dog called Lucy who is adorable and has made good friends with Max, and she gets super excited when she sees him, and he always goes over to their yard to see if she's out. And it's great. It's great. That's the big update is we moved, we're loving it. It's still not to the point where I want to do the tour video of the place because there's a lot to hang still. Like if you see that the walls behind me are completely bare, I'm filming in my study, and all the walls in front of me have things that are, you know, hung where they're going to live. And all the books are in the bookshelves and everything is very organized. But behind me, I want to put there's some shelves that I have and some things that go on those shelves that are not up yet. And I want to get a chair for this corner to film in, to read in, to just have a big comfy chair here to just sit down and maybe have maps in and everything, and in my study. That hasn't happened. And one of the things that happened this weekend, reason why we don't have everything hung, is because the battery of the drill died, and I had to order one because they didn't have it in the Home Depot, and they didn't sell them. They didn't have them on the shelf. I had to order one, and it doesn't come until I think it's next weekend. And without the drill, the only things that we could hang were things that required just nails, that weren't heavy, that didn't require an anchor and a drill with a drill bit, and or a screw that needed the drill to be screwed in, and all this. So that's why it's not done. If not, I think we would be really close to being done. We did patch all the holes in the walls of when they did the what is this called? When they dress up the houses for showing. It will come to me, and I'll put the word here in the screen. But because they did that, they decorated the house for showing. There were holes in the walls of things where they had hung stuff. So we had to take out all of those screws and patch that with, not caulk, but, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on all the words. And I've been using these words all weekend because we've been really working hard at getting the place, to look good. I will put the words here because they will come to me later. But so we did that, and then I painted because we found the color of the walls. The house is totally all painted in this color that's called shimmer gray, or gray shimmer, from Burr, and it's great because it's the same color. So I bought a little pint of that color, and after we filled in all the holes, patched up with the color on top of it, and it dried up perfectly, and the walls look great again, and it's great. There was several towel racks that we needed to take out. There was a shade, kind of window treatment shade that was in the door that goes out to the deck that I did not like. Mike took that out, so we patched that up too. And it's looking good. I mean, we did a lot of things, but we couldn't hang everything on those walls that we treated because we didn't have the drill. And so all this to say that the tour is not going to happen yet. It's not going to happen probably until July or so. And the housewarming party is not going to happen until July or August either, because it's not done yet. And I said this on Instagram the other day. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I want everything to be perfect now, like yesterday, right? And it isn't. It's almost there. I mean, there's rooms that are done. The bathrooms, the 3 bathrooms are done in the sense that everything that I wanted to put in them to decorate is there. They were done in the sense of they were all usable. They all had toiletries. They all had towels, new towels that I had bought, but none of them had decorations because we had to hang. There's a lot of things that we had to hang, and so we did all that. So the 3 bathrooms are done. The TV area, I think, is done. Everything that would need to hang there is done because there's only one thing that's still in Chicago, so that's not going to come until Mike moves. My study is close, but no, because all of those things that I just mentioned that are still pending, they're still missing. The guest room where my parents sleep, still I haven't hung anything there, so that's the one that is the least the least done in terms of things to hang. And my bedroom also, I haven't hung any. Well, my dad hung a mirror. The mirror for my vanity is hung on the wall, but the other things, like the decorative kinds of things, are not. I haven't found them, actually. The ones that go in the bedroom, I haven't found them. And the living room and the dining room, also the art pieces there, because they're big ones and heavy ones, we couldn't do because we need the drill for that. So the kitchen is almost done. There's like one little thing I want to hang or do something with on top of the window. But other than that, and there's a clock that's missing that's in Chicago as well. So there's some things that are not going to be completely done until Mike moves everything that's still missing because it's in Chicago. But it's going to be done as far as we can get it with what I have here, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Again, perfectionist, right? Want everything to be done yesterday and perfectly. So yeah, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. The tour is a coming. It's not done yet. I can't promise it for next week even, or the week after, but it's pending. I have it on my mind. I know I need to do it. I want to do it, actually, but I can't do it right now. What else has happened? The semester ended. That was great. It ended on a really good note. Students did great. Their final work was awesome, and I'm really happy with their performance and how it all came to a close. I'm still working because in the summer is research writing time. And so I have a couple of projects that I'm working on. I submitted a grant letter of intent. Hopefully they'll invite me to do a proposal for that grant. And I'm continuing with my dual language project and with my spirituality project, research projects. I'm doing other things as well. That I'm doing a workshop for dual language, for working with English language learners in August that I have to prep for. Maxie. There are things that live, when I show you the tour, Maxie, let it go, buddy. There's a window that leads to a deck on this first floor, and you can see the backyard from there. So anything that moves or makes a noise, or it activates the motion sensor light, and Maxie goes berserk when something happens like that. And there's critters that live there. Our backyard faces a forest, a virgin natural area that is, the city owns it, and it's a park. And who knows what lives in there. A ton of things live in there. We've seen some critters like pass by through our backyard going from one place to the other, and Maxie goes crazy. He also barks at, there's a lot of dogs in this neighborhood, and so when he sees or hears a dog passing by, he also barks at them. He loves it though. He loves to open, and when I open up the door to let him out, he like goes out in fury and barks at everything. It's like, I'm here, people, I'm here. It's like, hey, dude, get it together. Yeah, he loves it. He really loves it here. I'm excited for him, because one of the reasons why we wanted to live in a house, when we started thinking about living in a house and not a condo or not a townhome or not a standalone independent house with a backyard, was because of the dogs, right? We wanted them to have a backyard, to have a place to be able to go outside and not have to, say, walk them in the rain or in the snow or they can just go outside by themselves. and this is it. And this is a place like that for him, so he's enjoying it a lot. I've thought about Charlie a ton. I still miss Charlie every day, but I think about him because I think he would have loved this place. He would have loved the backyard. He would have enjoyed this house a ton. But because it has stairs, we have a basement, and the basement is fully finished. Our bedroom is in the basement. The living room, not the living room, but the TV area, the den is in the basement. We would have to carry Charlie up and down like I used to do in the townhome, carry him up and down the stairs, because he couldn't go up and down the stairs. But the backyard, he would have loved it. He would have loved the backyard. He would have loved the terrace. He would have loved the little room that's downstairs that communicates the den to the backyard. He would have loved it. So I've thought a lot about Charlie too. And I hope he's doing well in doggy heaven, because I know he's in heaven. He's a good one, that Charlie. Anyway, what else has happened? Well, aside from the move and work and the trip to New York and just family and life, other than that, nothing else has happened. Mike is coming back the weekend of the 4th of July. That's when I see him next, which is in, I think, a couple of weeks from now. Not even a couple of weeks. I think it's just a week and a half from now or something like that. And then we're planning to see each other again, because in July is a big month for us because it's our wedding anniversary and it's Mike's birthday. So towards the end of July. So he's coming the 4th of July, the beginning of July, and then towards the end of July as well. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that things will evolve quickly with Mike's job search, and something will appear and he will be moving here towards the end of the summer. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that that's gonna be the case, that come September he'll be here. That's what I want. That's what I'm kind of envisioning for us, and hopefully that's what's gonna happen, because we really miss him when he's not here. I know I miss him tons, but like I came back from the airport, I drove Mike to the airport, and when I came back, Maxie looked at me and he was like, where's the other one? like yeah, you, okay, fine. Where's Mike? Where is he? And it's kind of like, it breaks my heart a little bit when he looks for him and he's not here. So yeah, so that's it. That's the update. I moved, finished my first year at UMBC, finished my semester. My students did great in their work for this semester, and I am working a lot on my research projects over the summer, and also prepping and getting ready for my classes in the fall. I'm teaching the same classes that I taught last year. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the interruption. My dad was calling from New York. He was trying to arrange their trip back to Baltimore, and they're coming a day apart from Mike. So they're coming on the 2nd and Mike is coming on the 3rd. I'm hoping they're staying here for Independence Day, for 4th of July. We'll see. So yeah, but I was wrapping up this video anyway, and plus my battery just died, so I had to change it up for a new one. That's what I've been up to. There's a lot going on, or there has been a lot going on. There's still more to come. I haven't been able to film a lot because of that, because there were people here, because things were in boxes, because all of the things. But I think now I'm getting back in the hang of it, and I'm gonna have space to leave things set up for filming. So I'm excited about that. That means that it's easier for me to film if things are already out and I don't have to take everything out and set everything up every time I think I want to film or I decide to film, right? So it's going to happen more often, hopefully, because things are out. What else? I think that's it. I will try to keep you abreast of what happens, and I'll do another life update soon if more things progress. Keeping my fingers crossed that things will progress positively. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here with me and being interested in my life, things that are happening. And I will see you again soon. Bye.